Reddick returns to victory lane at Michigan, along with plenty of other great storylines here at the Firekeepers Casino 400. Let's talk about it. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we're doing my post-race recap Monday edition of Michigition. The Michigan International Speedway hosted the Firekeepers 400 this, Sunday into Monday afternoon and evening. But yeah, let's talk about Michigan. Overall, I thought this Michigan race was pretty decent. I mean, we started off in stage one. Who had the pole? Well, qualifying got rained out. Of course, it's NASCAR. Qualifying and anything good on any scheduled time gets rained out. I'm just realizing my blind is in my friggin' thing holding my die casts up. But, yeah, so Denny Hamlin got the pole through the format or whatever it is. Continue to fly to the front from there. And, yeah, I should say Larson did take the lead early on lap 1. I'm trying to recall everything that I remember from what happened yesterday. Kyle Larson zoomed to the front on that first lap, took the lead. It really came down to the Larson versus Hamlin show for like the first 30 laps. I'd say 35 laps in stage 2 with Bubba Wallace. He started back in the field. You could tell he was moving his way up through the field. When Larson and Hamlin were side by side, you thought Hamlin was finally going to get the lead, and then whoop, here comes Bubba Wallace. He zoomed right by both of them. Bubba Wallace had a great car today. Same did Martin Truex Jr. He stormed through the front very, very quickly. But, yeah. No, what ended up happening was Hamlin was chasing down Bubba Wallace after he cleared Kyle Larson. And then on, I believe it was lap 40 in stage 1, Hamlin got loose, exiting turn 4. He spun, which brought out the caution. And we also had 10 laps to go in the stage at this point, so people were in the debate of, do I pit now? Do I not? Do I go for stage points? Do I help with strategy for the win? How do we do it? But what ended up happening was a few guys stayed out. Ryan Blaney ended up winning the stage, I think. Yeah, no, this was a big stage for Chris Buescher. I'm pretty sure Chris Buescher brought home a second. We'll talk a lot more about the cutoff line here shortly, but I think Chastain ended up with a few stage points. I think Bubba Wallace might have got a top 5 in that stage 2. That stage as well. I don't want to sound like stage 1 was stage 2 here, but then the rain came down again. Did I mention the race already started 2 hours late because of rain? I sat there and watched like 2 hours of the 2011 Coca-Cola 600 while I was waiting, so yeah, that all happened. Then the rain came and we moved to Monday. Well, in stage 2, the wildest thing happened. We'll start off before we get into all that. Chase Elliott took off with the lead because he was the first one who made it back out of the pits. Kyle Busch flew back up through the pack. Well, Kyle Busch restarted second, and then he took the lead for a bit, and then I think, who was it who took the lead after him? I think it was MTJ, I'm pretty sure it was Truex, but then, oh god, what happened after that? Oh yeah, Briscoe was flying up through the field as well. Chase Briscoe was absolutely soaring there at one point, but then, the craziest coincidence happened. 3 drivers blew tires all on the same lap. They're actually under side by side, like a commercial break during all this. So Todd Gilliland blows a right rear, then Joey Logano blows a right rear, and then AJ Allmendinger blows a left rear. All at once. All at once. How does that even happen? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. Whatever though. Ended up pretty well shaking up the strategy the exact same way it did for stage 1, I believe. Yeah, because that caution would have been later on in the stage. The only other thing that really happened in stage 2 was Austin Cindric just getting into the wall at one point, just getting loose on the entry of 3, caught the wall on the exit of 4. So, and then we were left with a restart at the beginning of stage 2, and this is where the big pileup happened. Well, Kyle Larson got really loose. I think Cody Ware was ahead of him, and then he spun up the track. Bubba Wallace, Christopher Bell, the man on my t-shirt, Todd Gilliland ended up getting caught in that. Joey Logano got a piece of it. Briscoe got a piece of it. Plenty of good cars were taken out here. I mean, Bubba Wallace, that pretty much ruined Bubba Wallace's day, and he needed a good run considering the playoff situation. But yeah, no, that was a big wreck to say the least. That took out a lot of very good cars, and unfortunate for a lot of people. I wish it could have. Yeah, no, it sucks because I mean, like for guys like Bubba Wallace and all these different people, they're trying to make the playoffs and win the race. I mean, Bubba can point his way in, but like some of those guys back there, I mean, Briscoe had a realistic shot of pulling off the top 10 today. I don't think he had a realistic shot of winning, but yeah, I mean, Bell was taken out. Bell had a really good car today. He definitely could have got a top 5. Larson very well could have contended for the win, but yeah, just sucks, is what it is. But we live and we learn. That's your stage 2. Well, to start off stage 3, well, the final stage, technically, well, it started off interesting because under the first commercial break, all the accidents seemed to happen under commercial break today. Don't know why, but, yeah, Corey LaJoie and Noah Gragson were racing hard for a couple laps, and then Corey got into the back of Noah. The car took off to the inside, and just like Kyle Sieg in the Xfinity race on Saturday, Corey LaJoie went whoop. He went right over, was on his roof for a bit, got to the grass, and then flipped back onto all 4 wheels, which was crazy. I mean, there must have been a heavy tailwind at Michigan because that shouldn't happen at Michigan. That really shouldn't. That really shouldn't be happening at Michigan. But it is what it is. Things happen. What more can you do? Gladly Corey LaJoie's okay. I mean, hopefully NASCAR can look into this more, and hopefully we can prevent this from happening in the future because we don't want cars flipping all the time. I mean, how rare is it you get 2 cars flipping in one weekend? Like, that's pretty unheard of, if you ask me. But glad Corey's okay. Glad the car held him up okay. But, I mean, yeah, a car should not be just flipping over for the sake of it for no reason. And then, but that was right at the beginning of stage 3. And then strategy came into the play. Then strategy foiled into the mix because some guys could run maybe 10 laps more than the others just because of the way the pit stop cycle had been working with the cautions all day. So, Byron was one of the ones who pitted first. William Byron, that's the first time I've talked about him and it feels like 3 weeks, or 3 months rather. William Byron, man. Yeah, no, he needed a good run and he got it today because, I mean, after that LaJoie caution, he pretty much, he worked his way to the front slowly but surely throughout the day, but Willie B, he got up there, he contended, and yeah, he really stamped his authority. He had the lead for a fair few laps there. He was one of the first ones to pit, used the fresh tires to his advantage, and William Byron got the lead back in stage 3, but, well, through the pit cycle, because, I mean, Keselowski pitted like 10 laps later, Reddick pitted like 10 laps later, Truex pitted a lap after Byron, so like some of the guys were on that cycle, some of the guys were on this cycle, but there were guys who need to make the playoffs who needed to gamble, and one of those guys was Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch has been in the top 5, top 10 all day. As a Kyle Busch fan, that was so refreshing to see Kyle actually up contending on pure speed. That's very rare in 2024. Let me be the first to tell you. Good grief. But yeah, no, Kyle got up. He started contending, and yeah. So when Kyle pitted, Kyle was, I believe, in like 10th of the leaders when he came to make his pit stop. Kyle did end up taking 2 tires on his pit stop, which catapulted him to the first. And then I got really excited for about 10 laps. I was like, come on, Kyle. Come on, Kyle. We can do this. Let's go, Kyle. Come on. Come on, Kyle. Let's do this. But it just never really worked out, unfortunately. Kyle Busch goes for a spin. He is out. Well, no, I'm too used to saying that. Kyle Busch never went for a spin. He just dropped back he got passed by Reddick. He got passed by Byron. He got passed by Ty Gibbs, which put him back to 4th. He got passed by Brad Keselowski, too. But yeah, Tyler Reddick, once he got past William Byron, he started storming away for the win. And then after that, I don't even know what happened to Truex. I think I was taking a piss when they showed the replay. But Truex just got up into the wall. That's really the best way I can describe it. He just got loose, got up into the wall on exit. Boop! The caution's out. We're going to overtime again. I don't mind an overtime, but like, good God, it feels like every single week we go to overtime. We don't even get to watch a friggin' genuine race. It just feels like we're going to overtime every single week, man. It's getting ridiculous. Can we just have one race that doesn't go to overtime? It doesn't even have to be Daytona. It could be Darlington or something like that. It just feels like we're allergic to natural finishes. But yeah, first overtime restart. William Byron's on the inside. He got a better push. Byron just got a nose on Tyler Reddick before the next accident happened. Bowman got loose on quarter exit, which got Ross Chastain and everybody else checking up. Ross has got a wheel full. You can see it in his in-car. He's here, he's there, he's here, he's there. Blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, no, Ross had to spin the car. Well, he didn't have to spin the car, but he was in a position where he was forced to spin. And, yeah, caught up in the grass. Needs a push to come get him out. That really hurts the One's playoff hopes, because we know this playoff battle on points has really come to the 17, the 1, and the 23. Would have came down to the 54 as well, but if he didn't have a good day. But yeah, good day for Ty Gibbs. I will give that a spoiler. But yeah, then it's the opposite on the restart. Everything else is pretty well lined up the same. Byron's on the outside and Reddick's on the inside. A lot of TRD power on the inside, so they push Tyler Reddick to the front. He gets clear. No catching up to the 45 from here. Tyler Reddick gets his second win of the season at Michigan International Raceway. When Corey LaJoie flips, Tyler Reddick wins. I guess that's what seems to happen nowadays, but Tyler Reddick is your winner here at the Michigan International Speedway, and let's talk our results. Well, at Michigan, Tyler Reddick is your winner. First win for the 45 since April, and my God, that boy has been dominant. I mean, what was it? Like, I remember he finished second at Chicago recently, and I mean, he got he finished second at Nashville. Third at Nashville, rather. I'm pretty sure he finished in the top 5 at Pocono. Indy, he finished in second. Like, in Richmond, he finished third. Like, Tyler Reddick has been up contending in so many races. So really happy to see Tyler Reddick get the win. He deserves it. He's now the regular season points leader. We'll talk about that here in a second as well, because that'll give him a lot of playoff points. It's really coming down to the wire between Hamlin, Larson, and Elliott. Well, Hamlin, Larson, Elliott, and Reddick for this regular season championship. William Byron finishes second, followed by Ty Gibbs, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Chris Buescher, 5th and 6th for RFK. That's good for them. Zane Smith, Daniel Suarez, Denny Hamlin, who had a great recovery drive, I will say, and Carson Hocevar, another Michigan native, finishing in the top 10. Ryan Preece finishes 11th, and Noah Gragson in 12th. That's a good result for the Stewart-Haas boys. Ricky Stenhouse, Harrison Burton, Chase Elliott, who had contact with Ryan Blaney on the last lap. I completely forgot to mention that. But yeah, I think Chase just got loose underneath him. Ryan was just kind of the innocent bystander. Eric Jones, Austin Dillon finished between Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney. Michael McDowell finished 19th, followed by Justin Haley, Cody Ware, Josh Berry, Daniel Hemrick, Martin Truex, who had a 24th. That's rough. Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace, Alex Bowman, Austin Cindric, John Hunter Nemechek, AJ Allmendinger had that tire blowout, Chase Briscoe, who had a suspension failure, and Corey LaJoie, Joey Logano, Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, and Todd Gilliland were your DNFs of the day. Alright, I've got the playoff bubble sat here in front of me. Here's how things look. Kyle Larson holds the top of the playoffs, playoff points with 4 wins and 28 playoff points, and it's Bell, Hamlin, Byron, who all have 3 wins. Tyler Reddick is on 2 wins and 13 playoff points, but he leads the regular season championship. Is it 25 or 15 playoff points that the regular season champion gets? I think it's 25, but correct me if I'm wrong. So that would be huge for Tyler Reddick, especially where he doesn't have the most playoff points. Well, after Blaney, it's Austin Cindric, then Chase Elliott, Joey Logano, Daniel Suarez, Brad Keselowski, Mark Truex. Well, Truex is the first one in on points, then it's Ty Gibbs, Chris Buescher, Ross Chastain, who's in by 1 over Bubba Wallace, Kyle Busch, Chase Briscoe, Todd Gilliland are must-win, as we know, and that goes for everybody outside the top 20. They need to win to make the playoffs. I mean, this could all change with Austin Dillon and RCR's appeals panel, how that goes on Wednesday. I can't see them giving the win back, but you never know. You never know, and I mean, especially with Daytona on the cards and Darlington. Eric Jones has shown he can win at Darlington a lot, but who knows? Who truly knows what could happen at those next 2 races? And we're really getting into the wild cards now, but yeah, it really comes to, it sucks for Bubba, because Bubba would have had such a good advantage, and I mean, Ross would have had a big advantage too if it wasn't for that first overtime restart checkup. But Ty Gibbs needed a good day. He was down in the drop zone earlier in the day when Bubba Wallace was up running in the top 5, so yeah, good to see Ty Gibbs have a good day. Good for him. Martin Truex, he would have been like plus 90 or 100 to the good if he wouldn't have just binned it on the last lap. Truex is getting Kyle Busch luck, man. I had him start on my fantasy team this weekend. Get the Grid Rival app if you don't already, because that's a great app for fantasy. But man, sucks. That absolutely sucks for Martin Truex. And I mean, him and Ty Gibbs, as long as they don't screw up, they should be good on points. I mean, both of them might get taken out at Daytona, though, because, I mean, I can see Truex having a good Darlington. I can see Ty Gibbs having a good Darlington, too. It's just as long as they don't blow motors, they're fine. But, I mean, they didn't blow motors at Michigan, so that definitely helps. But, yeah, must win for everyone outside the cutoff line other than Bubba Wallace. Sucks that Kyle Busch was so freaking close. I was really hoping Kyle Busch would pull it off, but I'm happy to see Tyler Reddick get it, if nothing else. Well, let's put Michigan on the Skyler scale. Let's rate this race. I think it was a decent race at Michigan. Lots of great racing. The tire wear, it mattered. It really did matter at Michigan, which is honestly rare for a track of like this speed and all that. So I'm really glad tire wear mattered today, because that made a very big impact on the race today. And I am going to give Michigan a... Let's give Michigan... I think an 80% is a good race. I mean, it was better than Richmond for sure. But I mean, I gave Richmond a 70 in part that, and I mean, I probably would have given it a 75 or an 80 if it wasn't for Austin Dillon's heroics on the last lap. But yeah, no, I think Michigan was a really good race. The tires definitely wore enough to make it interesting. I'm hopefully going to try to go to Michigan next year. I hope it all works out, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, no, it's definitely, it looks like a great track to attend a race at. I would love to go. I really hope this track can catch a break with the rain, because my God, it rains out a lot there, and it's hella disappointing to see for these great race fans, because they deserve such a great show. But yeah, no, happy to see Reddick win. Happy to see the race go forward, even if it was on a Monday. I was really hoping they'd get it Sunday night, but it is what it is. Maybe they need to put lights up. I don't know if they can with local county laws, but maybe the city of Detroit can help them fund that one. Ford's win streak at Michigan's broken too. That's kind of crazy to think about, but yeah. Hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the race. If you did, smash that like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe, and notifications turned on so you never miss a future upload. Join the Patreon if you want access to all my content early. And yeah, oh, we got a big race at Daytona Saturday night, man. Saturday night at Daytona. Oh boy, and then Darlington to round off the regular season, and then NASCAR contradicts with football, and my schedule is going to be cranked to the broom till mid-November, but I will see y'all at Daytona, ladies and gentlemen. Take care, and peace!